Y'all hear some shaking? Know how to cook. Look at this. Look at this. Y'all think I wouldn't know how to cook. What is it about being on the camera that makes it almost impossible for me to do what's right in the kitchen? A baby can make it, okay? A baby can make it. Now, it ain't this cold, but I don't even feel like talking to the neighbors. The type of person that my wife is, who can get anxious about things and feed off of me, baby, this house will be burned down to the ground, and we don't want that. We don't want that. On my little frame, my this girl ain't never been little, but on my smaller frame. So that will be the reason why TikTok Shop got me, because something in my spirit said, girl, you gonna need it. And they ain't lie. They ain't lie. I need it. Just meditate, sit in it, stand up in it. Don't stand up in it. Lord. Good morning. You know what? How are y'all? It is Thursday morning, and it has been a crazy week. Like, it has just been busy with just like busy work. Like, baby's working a little bit later because she took those 2 days off work, and she went back, and her team just didn't hold it down like she thought that they could. And so she's back up in there trying to get it together so that she doesn't have a mess for the upcoming week. I am up and, of course, getting ready to go hop on the treadmill and lift a few weights. And today is the day. Like, for real, I really do need to sit down and get my friend's space plan really done. The concept is pretty there. I just need to let her know how to pull things together. So I'm going to try to do as much as I can as if she's a real e-design client, because if I'm doing e-design for clients that live in Virginia or in DC, or I've done some in Texas, I can't show up. I can't be there. So I'm going to treat her as if this is like a real e-design client, and I have no access to some. And I have e-design clients here that I don't have access to. I'm actually working with one in Riverdale. Is it Riverdale? Down at Riverdale. Child, I don't know, Georgia. I don't know if she's in Riverside or Riverdale. I think it's Riverdale. I've never been to her home, and we've been working. I might insert a clip of some of that so y'all can see that project. But with my e-design clients, this is pretty much how most projects start off after the consultation. We have a conversation about what they envision for the room, the things that need to stay, what's important to them, how they want to feel within the space. And then I ask them to send me photos and pictures and videos and measurements, and then we get to work with putting together a concept. I was really ecstatic to be able to get my hands onto this room. If you can see, it's a beige with, dingy brown carpet. It has beautiful tray ceilings. It has those French doors that are absolutely gorgeous that go out into the balcony. It's a rectangular space, kind of a little awkward because of the amount of doors, but I knew that I will be able to put together some concepts. Now, the concepts that I'm about to show you are not the concepts that we ended up ultimately going with. There are a variation of all of these concepts that I'm getting ready to show you. This one was a beautiful one. She initially thought that she wanted to go with the color blue. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of the color blue, especially in feminine spaces like this. This seemed like it was going to be a little bit more masculine, so I had to find a way to kind of soften it up a bit, and this was my take on that. She really did love that, but once I started showing her more colors and things that we could do outside of the blue, she fell in love. This was the one that she really fell in love with, and honestly, this is probably what the room is going to look the most like at the end. She fell in love with this wallpaper accent wall behind the bed, and she just could not get it out of her head. I mean, no matter how much I said, hey, we've got some other options, this was the one that she really wanted to do. The color on the wall here looks like it's a brown, but it's more like a greenish brown. I'm not going to say it's not brown. The bed is very similar to the one that she ended up buying. We didn't go with the purple chaise lounge at all. But pretty much the layout of the room, everything that you see right here is exactly how the room is going to be styled. Now, the furnishings might be a little bit different in terms of the specifics, but this is exactly the way that I did the room. And I think my client was more than ecstatic about what we sent over and what we came up with. And so that's really kind of what my e-design is all about. I take that and then I create this. Now there's levels to this. This isn't the e-design essentials package. This is the top tier package where you get all of these different concepts. So it's not the entry level package, but it is accessible to a lot of people. See that project, but yeah, I haven't ever been inside her home or anything like that, so definitely want to get this project done. I need to get the house prepared for next week because we're going to be a little bit busy because we're going out of town. I want to mop my floors. I've already cleaned the bathrooms, although by the time we get ready to leave, it'll probably be time to clean them again. But I just wanted to do a deep clean today, which I've already done. And then when we leave, it'll just be like more touch-up stuff. But I do want to get my floors because I don't deep clean my floors, but maybe like once every 2 weeks, maybe even 2.5 weeks. But after, in between there, it's just like a spot clean. Just do the vacuum and like just a quick dust mop. But I pull out the big guns every like 2.5 weeks because it would be time. Anyway, let me go hop on this treadmill and I'll be back. Now, why did I just lie to y'all and myself? I said I was gonna go down here and work out. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I just did a little talky talk with y'all. And y'all see me? I don't know if y'all can see me. I just did that little talk with y'all. And I sat down and was like, I don't feel like doing that right now. I'm gonna go I haven't had me a nice cup of coffee in a week. And that's what I really feel like doing. I really feel like getting me some coffee, going downstairs and making me some coffee, like an old lady, and sitting at my computer and just going ahead and getting done what I need to get done. Now, am I going to work out? I'm still going to work out. I just need a minute. I just need a minute. And I probably won't work out as hard as I worked out the last couple of days. So, there's that. I want some chicken for dinner. Some more sweet Thai chili chicken, but I don't think I want to mess with them thighs. So, I'll probably do wings in the air fryer. I'll probably do those because I think that's what I want. And we still have butter beans in the refrigerator. I probably need to eat those for lunch. But it's lunchtime right now. It's already 11:30. I think that's kind of what's throwing me off and why I don't want to go work out right now, because then that's going to put me at like 1 o'clock before I get a chance to sit down at the computer. But then I'm not going to sit down at the computer. I'm going to be in the kitchen trying to make me something to eat. That's going to take me to like 1:30, 2 o'clock. Then I'm going to sit down and then I ain't going to get nothing done. I'm not going to get nothing done, especially if I'm trying to mop the floors, which I don't even think that's going to happen today either, because no, I'll do that on Sunday. Casey, just do it on Sunday. Do it on Sunday. Do it like it's your birthday, like Jocelyn say. So, I'm going to actually go ahead and place my Instacart order and get my stuff so that in a couple hours I can go ahead and cook. I can go ahead and cook in a couple of hours. Let me go get my stuff so I can put some more of this in here. Y'all, I really don't be walking that heavy. I gotta put my camera up. I got my tripod, camera everywhere, and I keep it down here just in case, because if I end up taking pictures or video, more than likely it's gonna be down here, and I hate going back up to the office to get my stuff, but I also hate seeing this stuff in the kitchen all the time. But, hang on, let me go get this stuff so I can fill up my container. So, I'm not going to say it out loud, because the last time I said that name on a platform, they deleted my comment and said I was in violation. It was on the Clock app, and they said I was in violation of their community standards. So I was like, yeah, let me not mention that nowhere. All right. She's back full. And I might as well go ahead and fill up my one under the sink as well. Yeah, yesterday I had a whole thing. I got so distracted yesterday. Yesterday I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go downstairs, I'm gonna make me some scrambled eggs, some grits, some toast, some chicken sausage. I don't even know what happened yesterday, because that's what I really, really, really wanted. And then I got in the thick of trying to make this this TikTok, and I ain't end up eating anything, babe. She ended up coming home and she brought me Wendy's. I was like, all right. And that was at like 10 o'clock in the morning, well, right after I finished working out. That's what I wanted. One thing about having big windows in front of the house, you see everything. So it's like a little wall that divides, but I can see from the whole street. And then our front door is right here, so I can kind of see right there as well. And I just wasted all of that. So that's enough. And we back in there. I actually need to order me some more, because I think this is my last jug. It's my last jug. And I don't want to run out. If I run out, it's not the end of the world. I'll use the regular stuff to come from the store. But I prefer not to run out. I bought my mother-in-law one of these. I didn't know she uses it. My mom has one, and then my mother-in-law has one. So we be trying to send my mother-in-law some of the stuff that we be using. But I don't know if she ever used it. My wife sent her a Keurig. I still don't know if she used it or not, or if it's just sitting there pretty. Cindy, do you be using your Keurig? Let me know. I really can't pinpoint. Like, I know when I walk in the kitchen, like, something, stuff shakes, even if you're not that heavy, right? Like, I know y'all be like, because you heavy, you got a heavy foot. But no, baby's little, and stuff still be shaking. And I know some of it was the jars, but I also think my tripod, when it sits on here, so y'all hear some shaking. When it sits on the island, it shakes. No, our floors are not super even. And, it's been a while since we've had this island installed, so I can only assume that, with some of the settling, that's making it shake even more. Plus the tripod. Shout out to my niece Aria, because her tripod, you left it here and it was broke. We fixed it, put a little Gorilla Glue on it, and we're using it now. It's just a smaller tripod versus the bigger tripod. I got a couple of them, and I was like, this one is actually a perfect size for me to just kind of walk through the house and use. So we fixed your tripod, Aria, and now we're using it. Thank you, girl. Thank you. But maybe we didn't fix it that good, because that's why you hear all that rattling when I'm walking through. Hearing all the rattling when I walk through. I'm trying to walk all lightly. Yeah, I'm about to make me I'm not going to use the grill because that takes too long to warm up. I'm going to make me a turkey, egg, and cheese sandwich. I was going to do a chicken sausage, egg, and cheese, but I don't feel like doing all that. The turkey meat shit, baby bought some when we went to Kroger on Sunday or Monday, whatever day that was. And that's exactly what I'm going to use. So, a turkey, egg, and cheese sandwich. So that's what it's going to be. Yeah, this is how, let me show y'all, like when it comes down to like cracking my eggs, if I don't use a plastic bag, matter of fact, I'm going to show you how I do it with a plastic bag, because the way I see people handling eggs is real bothersome to me, because I'm like, eggs can transfer salmonella and stuff all over the kitchen. But I be seeing people just crack the egg and then, put their hands on stuff. this is a germ to me. This is, you know, so I'm very careful with my eggs. So let me show y'all how I do it, and then I wash my hands and then get back to the thing. Let me grab a bag. Tiptoe so the camera don't shake and get to be like boo 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 boo. So here's how I do it. I take my bag, I take my bowl, I take my egg, I crack it inside the bag, and then I put it over the bowl. Then I take my egg and boop, that's the garbage bowl. Then I take my hand because it touched some of the yolk, and then I come on over to the sink and I wash my hands. I wash my hands. And there you have it, folks. There you have it. That's how I crack my eggs and keep everything nice and sanitary. And I forgot that was sitting over there. Y'all know every time I get on this camera, I be forgetting it's a pot or a pan on the stove. And I'm just gonna do a little salt, a bit of pepper, and then I'm gonna do a scrambled egg. I'm gonna throw a little bit of creamer up in there. Then I can put that back on the stove. I think I'm gonna do my buns first, to tell you the truth. Let me do this first, because the other stuff is gonna take 2.2 seconds. Throw this out. Throw those taco shells out. Might as well use this bag to throw them out. Scramble this egg. Egg is nice and scrambled. Y'all don't think I would know how to cook. Look at this. Look at this. Y'all don't think I wouldn't know how to cook. What is it about being on the camera that makes it almost impossible for me to do what's right in the kitchen? I gotta get my life together. All right, I got that together. Pretty much got these scrambled. I'm gonna just go ahead and put the cheese on the bun, and the heat from the egg should go ahead and melt this. This is actually this is white American, and it should melt pretty easy once I put the egg on it. And then I'm going to throw in a little bit of the turkey. that's that on that. That's breakfast or lunch. Breakfast or lunch. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and eat this food down, and then I'll be back with y'all. Today is a real chill day. I really do need to place my Instacart order because it'll be 3 o'clock before I know it. And babe's gonna swing by and pick up the order instead of me having it delivered. She's just gonna swing by and pick it up on her way home from work. All right, I'll be back. If y'all want to see what my sandwich looks like, okay. So here is my sandwich, right here. I'm not mad about that. That's good. That got dough in the box beat. Never fret. Y'all might hear smoke alarms. Y'all might see me blacking and caking stuff up on camera. And even though it's just a simple breakfast sandwich, anybody can make it. A baby can make it, okay? A baby can make it. But I really can cook my ass off. And I'll be making some pretty food. Like pretty food that tastes really, really good. But lately, since y'all been catching me on camera, stuff been messing up. I done even messed up the tacos last week. But I can throw down. I'm really taking this upstairs to my office because it's driving me nuts. In the kitchen, I should have pushed the legs in before I came up here so I wouldn't scratch up the wall, but we all right. In the office. Whew. So I put that in the office. Now I gotta run out to the mailbox. Y'all, it's cold outside. I really technically could just run to the mailbox and come right back on up in here. But without a coat, man, I ain't finna do all that. I ain't finna do all of that. And I'm finna zip it up like I'm in Canada. I don't even know if it's cold outside, honestly, to tell you the truth. Why do I feel like it's cold outside? What made me feel like it was cold outside? What did I do? I went out on the back porch. It was cold out there. I'm like, how cold is it outside? It's cold, because that back porch is cold. Now, it ain't this cold, but I don't really feel like talking to the neighbors. I already got the mail. I was just saying how warm my coat was. And we got some nice mail from our friends Trina, Jen, and Mateo over in Maryland. What a nice holiday card. This looks really good, y'all. This is so cute. I love it. Thank y'all for thinking about us. Look at Mateo. He's about to be a big brother soon. So yeah, that's Jen, Trina, and Mateo. Oh, I love y'all. We'll be to see y'all soon before spring hits for sure in the new year. I think I said that last year, but you know, this year. But y'all know we had like all kind of stuff going on. And now Michelle is pretty much back at 100%. I'm gonna say she's like 85%. So she can definitely hop on a plane and we can come and visit places for a couple of days at a time. So we're gonna see you guys and the whole East Coast family soon. Now my ankles are cold. I got to go in the house. Just came back in from outside. I'm not gonna lie. I I don't know if I have ever worn this coat. I don't think I've worn this coat, honestly. I don't think I could fit it last year. I was chunky. Your girl was chunky. Still chunky, but last year I was ridiculous. Got my coffee, but it feels so nice and warm and comfortable. I feel like if I take it off now, I'm gonna be cold, but I wasn't cold before I went outside, but now coming inside with the coat on, I feel nice and toasty and it feels good. Y'all, TikTok shop got me. TikTok shop be getting me. So if this ban goes into effect, I'm gonna be a little sad because I've gotten some real cool stuff off of TikTok shop. I just ordered some microphones for my phone, and I ordered, which I don't even know why I ordered that, because I did say if I kept vlogging through the end of the year that I would buy myself a camera. So honestly, I really didn't need to buy the microphone for the phone, but I still plan on doing some content like for Instagram and TikTok if it does stay around in the new year. So I did really need the microphone for still creating content for Instagram, and then like shorts for YouTube if I get into that. I might actually start getting into that more than anything else. YouTube is the platform that pays me. None of the other platforms pay me anything. And so it would make the most sense to put all my content on YouTube outside of my website. But I don't really put anything on my website because it's a business website. So unless it's related to interior design, I don't really put anything over there. I'm thinking about going over to Lemonade. Anybody on Lemonade? My niece told me about it. I had it on my phone, and then I deleted the app because I needed space. So I don't know nothing about it. I don't even know if that is for the 40 plus crowd. I don't even know if I should even have my ass over there. So I don't even know nothing about that. But TikTok shop, back to that. I done ordered me a Hacia bra off of there. It was good. I done ordered me a pair of little cheap earrings off of there. They were so cute. I done ordered, now, the little mules I ordered up off of there. Child, one thing about it, my mama told me when I was growing up, don't you buy you no cheap shoe. And it's reasons for that. I mean, I almost busted my, they wasn't ugly, but they sure didn't feel good. That's all I'm gonna say. I have some expensive shoes that don't feel good either, but when you pay $8.88 for a pair of shoes, I don't know what I thought I was gonna expect. But since everybody on there was like, they're so good, they're so good, they're so good. Now, they really wasn't, but they all right. They cute for a little photo op or whatever. What else I've got? And then I just ordered the microphones. I was gonna get the microphones from Amazon, right? But then I was like, the same microphone on Amazon was like $32, and of course I got free shipping, and I would have gotten it, I think, by Saturday. But on TikTok shop it was $5 and something, and I got free shipping on it. So it'll be here between the 16th and the 20th, I think is what they said. And then I ordered another tripod with some lights on it, just because I was influenced. Just because I was influenced. Now I'm getting hot. Just because I was influenced. So I'm gonna be a little salty, with the TikTok shop going away. Like, hey, I did kind of like it over there. But other than that, like, I really wasn't getting anything else off of TikTok. But, all that little stuff that I'm just like, oh, I can use that. Yeah. Now, I don't know how long this stuff gonna hold up and last, but I ain't expecting too much out of $5. And then the tripod stand with like the light, and so it came with something else. That was like $14. So I'm like, I don't know. It was a flash sale, they claimed. They said it was like $44. So maybe it won't fall apart. Maybe it'll be good quality. So anyway, yeah. I really want y'all to loosen up in 2025. I know I've been a bit high strung over the years, right? And I'm still a little bit high strung. I just, am less high strung. But and I also think, and I am not officially diagnosed, right? I'm definitely self-diagnosing myself here. But if I think about like my behavior and pattern over the year, and like how I have to stay busy, and I can't look people and things straight in the eye all the time. I always have to look up in the air. When Babe first met me, she thought because I was that made me a liar. I'm like, no, I just can't keep eye contact. And if I keep eye contact, it makes me lose focus on what I'm thinking. And so I'm always shifting and diverting my eyes. It has nothing to do with being a liar or anything like that. It's just that. And then, like I said, I have to always be on the move. I count syllables on my hand, right? So I always, like my sentences, they have to end up on the same finger, right? So if I like, you see how it ended on a finger? Like it can't stop, like it can't stop here. Like if a sentence stops here, I have to keep recreating the sentence until it stops on either my thumb or my pinky. Weird, I know. Like I'll ride past the stop sign. I said stop sign, but I meant street sign. And in the case if I'm in the car, if I'm riding past the stop sign and the four corners of the stop sign, whatever I'm thinking has to stop on, it has to be four. It has to be four. So we drove past this. Here comes the car. Let's go past the light. Nope, that doesn't work. So then I got to rework it until I get four. It's just something weird. Then my level of procrastination, it's like I can't do anything unless it's a rush. So for me to have to like just have an easy morning and take it slow, sometimes I do because it is, but those mornings I'm not really doing anything. I'm probably just sitting and staring at the wall, especially if I'm not on the phone. I can watch something over and over again and just stare at it. I'm not like, I don't have like a high level of anxiety, but my anxiety has gotten worse as I've gotten older, like when it comes to crowds. I don't know that that's necessarily related to like, ADHD or anything like that. I just think that's just a part of getting older. You don't like people. Noise, I'm not with it. It's very distracting. And yeah, some of those things makes me feel like I do have ADHD, and I'm on the spectrum in that way. And I'm not just claiming that because everybody else is claiming it and claiming neurodivergent. It also probably explains the way I'm able to be creative in my design business and how I think about a lot of things in my head that way that I can't really explain and put into words. They just come out that way. So no, I'm not just claiming it because it's the thing. I just really think that because so many people are talking about it and I can relate with a lot of the symptoms that are within myself, I really, really, really think that it is. Now, will I go get an official diagnosis? I don't know, because I don't even really know what that'll mean for me, because I'm okay with how I move and how I, and everything. But I say that to say, see, I just got sidetracked when I was just telling y'all to really don't take stuff so seriously in 2025. And so you see how I went up on a tangent about something completely unrelated to this, right? Like, and then I don't finish. I talk to myself a lot. Like, I really have like whole conversations. Babe will be like, who are you talking to? And I'm like, and I don't even realize I'm talking out loud or whatever, having full-blown conversations, like mumbling under my breath, just talking or whatever. I don't realize that. But as far as like what I mean by not taking stuff so seriously, like so many people are so caught up in their beliefs and how they live their life that they actually end up becoming mean people, right? Like we all believe something for ourselves, right? Like we might be just, willing to go up in flames for how we want to live our lives or what we choose to believe in and all that. But the point that bothers me is that people can be so caught up in the thing that they believe that they become absolute jerks and assholes. Like, I don't know that is the way. Like, I just don't know that is the way. They always say you can catch more bees with honey, right? Definitely stand on your morals and values and beliefs. Absolutely stand on it. But you don't have to be so into it that when somebody does not agree with you, or they don't see things as you see them, that now you just want to do and say things intentionally to just be hurtful, purposefully hurtful. Now that makes you just the bad guy, and that's not good. So ease up. Everything doesn't require anger or venom or even an opinion. You know, just let it. And I'm saying this to y'all because I'm assuming that most of the people that watch this channel and watch anything that I gotta say, y'all are of age, well of age. You know, if not in your mid to late 30s, you're definitely older than that. My stats say that my core is between 45 and 55 women. So I feel like this should hit home. Like, you ain't got to be so high strung about it. Now, I'm trying my best, considering that I do think that I'm a little bit neurodivergent, to not be so high strung. But some stuff just still bothers me. But I have definitely seen a difference between not even just how I feel, like what things rile me up and what doesn't, but just in the tone of my voice a lot of times. It's not even that serious now. Either that or I just don't care, and that's a whole other situation. But yeah, let it roll off your back. Life is gonna life regardless. Like I mentioned yesterday in yesterday's vlog, my last snippet, 2024 came in and it wasn't holding no punches, like none. And I think part of the reason that Michelle has been able to stay as calm as she's been able to stay is because I didn't feed into it. I definitely didn't feed into her anxiety and her anger about certain things, because sometimes you got to realize who you're dealing with, and sometimes if you feed into stuff with certain people, they'll keep going and going and going and going and going, and when they keep going and going and going and going, that's going to disrupt your peace on the inside. And since you don't want no turmoil, you just be like, you know what, it's not even that serious, because a lot of times there's nothing we can do about it. I mean, the car broke down, what we gonna do, get it fixed or not get it fixed? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not the end of the world. We have transportation. We have money to catch Ubers, right? Like, it's not the end of the world. We need a new roof. Not the end of the world. It is an inconvenience, because the insurance said, hey, they came out here, didn't, just trying to find a reason to drop us, honestly. Came out here for no reason, flew a drone over the house and was like, we think you need a new roof. All the roofers say, yeah, you have at least a good, maybe 4 or 5 more years left on this roof. But the insurance said, nope, you need a new roof, and you need a new roof by March. Otherwise, we're going to drop you. New roofs, roofs ain't that cheap. So it's just like, all right, babe hasn't worked as much as she would normally work because she was in an accident earlier this year. I stopped working as much because she had the accident and I needed to do more stuff. Like, it's just been like a lot of stuff. And if I were to let that get me down and make me feel some type of way, the type of person that my wife is, who can get anxious about things and feed off of me, baby, this house will be burned down to the ground. And we don't want that. So I'm not saying stifle your feelings, but what I am saying is recognize there's silver lining in a lot of things, and stuff will work itself out. Like, if you just go back through all the times in your life, like 2019 was another terrible year for me. I don't know how it was for nobody else, but 2019 was a very terrible year for me. And I didn't know how I was going to get through that. And here I am, 25 almost, and 2019, I ain't going to sit here and say it seemed like a slight work, because it really wasn't. It really was a terrible year, like, for real. But here I am. I made it through, and it was not as bad and financially detrimental as I thought it was when I was going through it. So hindsight, when you look at stuff, like, it's really just not that bad. You'll get through it. Breathe through it. Don't drink, don't do drugs to get through it, because then that creates a whole other issue. Just meditate, sit in it, stand up in it. Don't stand up in it. Lord Jesus, let me go. Let me go take this coat off. Yeah, I said I didn't wear this coat, and I don't know, and I'm pretty sure I haven't worn the coat, because I bought this coat and that green one that you saw me wear. I bought it from the Banana Public I bought it. It was on the clearance rack at Banana Republic. Did I get it at the factory store or did I get it off of the clearance rack? I don't know if I got it at the factory store or if I got it off the clearance rack at Banana Republic, the actual store. I don't know. But anyway, I bought the short green one that I wore the other day. And then I bought the longer one. And this one I bought a size smaller than the other one because, you know, at the time, it was during the summer months, maybe spring or summer months or whatever. And I was like, and I was small at that. I was smaller, but I gained a lot of weight in such a short period of time. Girl, I packed on like 40 pounds in, we ain't gonna talk about it. Before it was time for me to even wear the coat when it got cold. So just imagine that. So I had gained so much weight I had bought the bigger one because I had liked how, you know, how the Balenciaga coats were like really, really big. And I was like, oh, that's cute. And it was just like, you know, on my little frame, because girl ain't never been little, but on my smaller frame, that big coat did look really, really nice. And so that one was still able to fit. And I remember going to see my daughter last year in North Carolina and I wore the short green one. I never got a chance to wear this one because it was too little. And I mean, I could zip it up and stuff, but I don't like feeling like this in no coat. So I don't know what this is. I have no idea what this is. I'm going to see if I can get it out. It looks like salt. But this is Georgia. Ain't no salt down here. And if I haven't worn it, where did it come from? And, you know, I did a little like this, and it didn't look like it was coming out. I wonder if it's paint. It could be paint. Let me digest that. When I tell y'all, you know, karma come back around real quick. I don't know what I just said or what thought I just had and was talking greasy. But as soon as I did my last clip and I sat down to look at the footage of the last clip, do I have my pants on backwards? Why these? No wonder they look crazy on camera. Yeah. Hold on. No, I guess they not on backwards. But as soon as I turned around to look at the dang on clip, what happened? Aria, don't laugh. But I broke the doggone tripod. You see this? You see this? I broke it. It tipped over. The weight of my phone just snapped this little po thing in half. Now, mind you, we had Gorilla glued this part. So this part doesn't raise up and down anymore. So the tripod, that's the shortest it can get, which is fine because it's the perfect height for sitting over there. But I can't do nothing with this. And I don't even think, and I can't glue it back on because I think the way I got to turn it. But let this be a lesson. Don't be talking slick. While I'm sitting here talking about to my niece, like, girl, thank you so much for the tripod. You left it. I don't know if you was coming back to get it or not, but we fixed it and it broke. It said, oh no, that's not what you finna do, Casey. You ain't finna rub it in nobody's face. And so they said, I can show you better than who was they and it, karma. I could show you better than I could tell you. And I sat down and my poor tripod done broke. Now, babe might come home and try to fix it because she love to fix on things, right? But I don't think she can salvage this one. I really do think this is broke. But luckily for me, I do have 2 more short tripods. I just really did like this one. The other one is like a spidery situation. That I used that one yesterday, and them legs like to move all over the place. But they're so flexible that it's okay. You know, like, I'm not gonna say it's okay, but it's a flexible tripod. I'll have to show you. And I like it because you can put it pretty much in any position, but those jokers move a lot. So I just got a text from babe. She was like, okay, she's got to get tomato and taco meat seasoning. We doing tacos tonight, and I'm going to give them another try. So she's going to stop for that on the way home. I told her don't do the wings because there's meat in the refrigerator that I actually need to cook. So, luckily I got another tripod. I got my big tripod and I might have 2 smaller ones, but RIP. RIP to this one. Oh, and I got another one coming on TikTok Shop. So that will be the reason why TikTok Shop got me, because something in my spirit said, girl, you gonna need it. And they ain't lie. They ain't lie. I need it. So now that I done talked y'all ear off all morning long, I'm gonna actually go and get some work done. Meaning work, I'm gonna go get on the treadmill, go do what I gotta do, and then I'm gonna go ahead and sit on this computer and try to hash out this floor plan for my friend. So hopefully this is really raw. This is like really all the shenanigans that happen at home with me all day. I talk to myself, but I'm having to be talking to y'all on the camera today. But I do a whole lot of talking to myself, a whole lot of piddling around the house, a whole lot of dragging my feet until it's about an hour before baby's home. And then it's rush time to try to figure out my life before she get home, before she get here and start judging me. Like, what you been doing all day? I'm like, well, baby, I ain't get out the bed till 9:30. And then I stared at the wall for like 20 minutes. And then I made up the bed. And then I didn't work out today, but normally I would go work out. And then I would straighten up a little bit more, clean up some kitchen, make me something to eat. And by that time, it's like 1:30. And then bang, by the time I start getting any work done, for real, you be on the way home. And then you be thinking, I ain't doing nothing all day. No, I just don't start my day at 4:30 in the morning like you do, babe. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and head on up out of here and do what I got to do. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye, girls and guys.